Good morning. Welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Friday, TGIF. It is March the 7th, and we're here to look at the new releases that have been published this week. This is looking at the things that we didn't have time for earlier this week, and specifically, we'll probably be looking at the cozy mysteries. I think there is one non-category, actually, I believe it's nonfiction that we wanted to take a look at real quick. But other than that, we'll probably be looking at the cozy mysteries. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you have a good weekend coming up, whether it's restful or doing some things. Remember, this weekend is daylight savings. Other announcements, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on a Friday night. Our next sprints are tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and they go for 5 hours. All right, this was a nonfiction that caught my eye that was published this week called Hope I Get Old Before I Die, doing a take on the song. This is stories of how rock icons like Pink Floyd, Bruce Springsteen, Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, and more have survived, thrived, and remained the most powerful forces in music. When Paul McCartney closed Live Aid in July of 1985, we thought he was rock's grand old man. He was 43 years old. As the 40 years since have shown, he and many others of his generation were just getting started. This was the time when live performance took over from records. The big names of the 60s and 70s exploited the age of spectacle that Live Aid had ushered in to enjoy the longest lap of honor in the history of humanity, continuing to go strong long after everyone else in the business had retired. This is a story without precedent, a story in which Elton John plays a royal funeral, Mick Jagger gets a knighthood, Bob Dylan picks up a Nobel Prize, the Beatles become, if anything, bigger than the Beatles, and it's beginning to look as though all of the above will, thanks in large part to technology, be playing in Las Vegas forever. All right, otherwise we are going to look at our cozy mysteries. Good morning, Mary. How are you doing? Happy Friday. My new oven is being delivered this morning. Oh, I need one. Oh, nice. Things are finally coming together. Whew. It's been a long, cold winter. Kim says, good morning. Mary says, hello, and they say hello. All right, I believe we were here with our cozy mysteries. Crone It Down by Amanda M. Lee, 13th in the Spells Angel Cozy Mysteries. Hawthorne Hollow is going to the birds, literally. These birds have an agenda, though, and it's not good. Scout Randall wants to take advantage of the fact that her current nemesis is trapped on another plane. Regrouping and resting and strategizing is the name of the game. A new enemy has other ideas, however. A run-in with a flock of Strixes gives Scout more than she bargained for. Then they appear, and some of the townsfolk start acting weird. The newest pack members follow suit. Everybody is acting strangely, but are they about to take flight? Scout didn't like birds before. Now she downright hates them. It doesn't help that the birds are trying to kill her and everybody she loves. Scout isn't the type to back down. That means it's time to go to war, and she's willing to kill anybody who gets in her flocking way. Going from birds to llamas. Death by Llama. Friendship Harbor Mysteries, book number 7 by Erin McCarthy and Kathy Love. Sorry, needed to sip. It's the grand opening of the new Captain's Inn, an upscale bed and breakfast on the coast, and at the urging of the locals, it's been paired with a Christmas in July theme. Only no one is rocking around the tree when the town's beloved Santa goes boots up over the edge of a cliff and straight into the ocean. While some folks are arguing Santa simply stumbled to his death, others have their eye on Sophie's llama, Jack Kerouac, who was perilously close to jolly old St. Nick, sharing a couple of pilfered peppermints. With no witnesses to the incident other than Jack, and he's not talking, theories abound. Determined to scratch her llama's name off the naughty list and save Christmas in July, Sophie's set to sleuthing yet again, only this time just might be her last. Zonked in the Zucchinis. First in the Lovely Lethal Gardens series. But he does a lot of these. Did we already look at this? Doreen is slowly recovering from the mad yet joyous ending to last year as she faces the new year and what it might bring. Since she's now engaged to Mac and everyone around her is pressuring her to pick a wedding date and hopefully soon, she yearns for another case to keep her busy. So when an older gentleman calls and needs help fulfilling his wife's last wish, Doreen is right there to help. The case is beyond cold, which means she gets free reign. However, when it starts to butt up against a new case Mac has, he's quick to move her back into her lane, only he's not quite quick enough. Doreen and her trusty animal trio traverse the Joe Rich area to downtown Kelowna and back as her cold case curls back around in on itself and Mac's current case. Solving these two cases will be worthy of a mention in the history books. Delicate Evidence by in the Swift Justice Club Cozy Mysteries, book number 3 by Scarlett Moss. And wow, it's in large print. Mary says, once went to a Dylan concert. Oh, wow. He never once looked up at the audience. Felt very awkward. I went to one of those kind of concerts. I went to a Warren Zevon concert, and he wasn't there for the audience. Mary said, have started a new book, What the Wife Knew by Darby Kane. So far, very good. A murder mystery. Oh, nice. Kim, I thought it was Sunday when I woke up this morning. So glad it wasn't. Me too. I'm not going backward, and I still want to enjoy the weekend. I'm glad it wasn't. A decades-old mystery, a missing bride, and a Swifty pub owner who really didn't sign up for this. Elle Harper thought running a pub in Cornelia Cove meant pouring drinks, hosting Swifty nights, and occasionally wrangling her friends out of mild mischief. But when an old wedding photo resurfaces along with a fresh murder, she finds herself tangled in a mystery that's older than her vintage bar stools. Now Elle and the Swift Justice Club are on the case, dodging cryptic warnings, nosy townsfolk, and one very persistent golden retriever. The deeper they dig, the weirder things get, because in Cornelia Cove, the past never stays buried. Small town gossip is deadlier than poison, and apparently wedding dresses can hold grudges. All right. Vanishing into the 100% Dark, Bean to Bar Mysteries by Amber Royer. This is 8th in that series. Bean to chocolate maker Felicity Korber has been invited to be part of a chocolate festival in Tokyo. It's a big deal for a Texas gal with a chocolate shop on Galveston's historic Strand, so a whole group of her friends come along to support her. It's intimidating enough to be giving a class on chocolate making with the help of a translator. She also stumbles across the scene of a murder where a quirky group of international actors and stunt performers are making a monster movie. Felicity has already solved half a dozen murders back in Texas, so at this point, her friends basically expect her to get involved, even before the young media influencer in Felicity's group becomes the main suspect. Felicity has taken on the role of chaperone for Chloe, so she can't imagine how she could explain what went wrong to the girl's mother, which gives her even more motivation to figure out the real killer, etc. End of that row. Unicorns can be deadly. We've got llamas, we've got birds, we've got unicorns. Mary said, often I have to remind myself what day it is when I wake up in the morning, so I understand entirely. How's Steve doing now? He has stopped taking the oxycodone, which is good, and only had a couple Tylenol, I think, yesterday. Maybe just one batch. He's doing well. He gets a cast on Tuesday. This is by Charlotte Stewart, 5th in Discount Detective Mysteries. A young boy witnesses a kidnapping and flees for his life. Private investigator Cameron Chandler jumps into action to save a teenager being chased by two men through the shopping mall where she works at a discount detective agency. Unfortunately, keeping him safe puts her own family in jeopardy. Why are people disappearing from homeless encampments? What happened to the woman who was kidnapped? And who made off with the baby of a drug-addicted mother living in her car? Although single mom Cameron is told by colleagues that you can't save everyone, she still takes on several clients who want to locate their homeless relatives. As she ventures into a complex world of homeless encampments where no one is safe, she finds solace in her quirky family, her partner's trivia rants, her dog's obsession with stuffed endangered species toys, and a handsome detective who may or may not be interested in more than a professional relationship. I'm wondering if we should just look at covers. So we are running out of time. What happened to my power? Did I do something down there? Probably. Not the Trip We Planned by Linda N. Edelstein and Carol G. Carr. Chicky and Maddie are aging in their typical yin and yang styles when old friend Lena's husband, Edward, suddenly dies. Maddie, a retired social worker, is eager to offer support. Chicky, a chronically underemployed journalist, is peeved at the inconvenience. Friendship prevails, and the two reluctantly return to Chicago, where they'd all met decades earlier. A Premeditated Murder by Niru Mohandas. In a hospital, every patient is a mystery and every doctor a detective. Third-year medical student Nina Sundar is eager to put her years of book learning to use, equipped with a brand new stethoscope and armed with as many pocket-sized reference books as she can cram into her short white coat. Nina enters the halls of a teaching hospital for the first time. Despite rumors circulating about the curse of the surgical rotation, she joins the surgical team on their rounds, scrubs in on marathon surgeries, and masters the art of scut. But then Nina and her friends stumble across a dead body. That's something a little different. Tales of Bliss. That is a pretty cover. 8th in the Lissa Jones Cozy Mysteries by Sarah Isabel. Welcome back to Bliss, where the gossip is fast, the winters are cold, and murder has a way of showing up in the most unexpected places. Lissa Jones, or Lisa, is ready for a quiet winter in her charming river town, cozy mysteries, warm drinks, and 0 dead bodies. When a horse transporter is found murdered at Reed Farm, her friend Kara's newly launched animal sanctuary, things take a decidedly uncozy turn. Like I say, that is a beautiful cover. End of that row. Who's Killing the Serenity Cruise? Old Guy's Murder Mystery number 7 by John Spolstra. Getting murdered on a dream cruise is more than bad luck. It's crazy. That's what's going to happen to one hapless passenger unless Serenity Cruise coughs up $1 million. Charlie and Ben are placed on board to ferret out the killer. They aren't alone. There are some undercover FBI agents. Any one of the 800 passengers and 200 crew could be the killer. This maiden voyage of Serenity Cruise is 16 days long, weaving around ports in the Caribbean, going through the Panama Canal, and then going up the Baja Peninsula to LA, giving Charlie and Ben no rest. Full transparency, not exactly true. As you know, Charlie and Ben have fun anywhere in their quest. The Spitfire Murders by Anna Elliott and Charles Ville. Homefront Sleuths, book number 3. Spies, Secrets, and a Splash of Tea. Another mission for the Homefront Sleuths. England, 1941. When a factory security guard dies under suspicious circumstances and a Spitfire test flight ends in disaster, the quiet village of Crofters Green is abuzz with questions. With the local police stretched thin by the war effort, it's up to the Homefront Sleuths to uncover the truth. One wife too many. Kim says, yes, since I retired, every day is Saturday except Sunday. This is by Tia Brown, 25th in the Amy Hammond Cozy Mysteries. A man dies when his car comes off the road, crashes into the old oak tree outside the English stately home that reluctant, not quite as amateur as she once was, sleuth Amy Hammond helps to run. There's a sentence. It's a tragedy for his girlfriend, Jo Green, who helps to run the cafe at the Farm Activity Center, but things get worse still when they discover that he not only wasn't who he claimed to be, but had a pregnant girlfriend and was defrauding the local theater group. Secrets in the Pines by Tessa Ora. A part of the Maggie Wright Cozy Mysteries. Curiosity draws me back to the wooded retreat when random items and a camper goes missing, but a dead body means I'm staying. My return to Sister Camp River Rock was to help locate Wesley, but when his body is found lifeless, my gut tells me there's more linking these wooded retreats than pine trees. End of that row. Yeah, we gotta zoom through these now. A Poisonous Plot by Hannah Ellis, third in the Lily Larkin Mysteries. Poison has taken root on the island, and it's not only the plant life. When Lily moved to the Isles of Scilly for a fresh start, her plans were simple. Open an ice cream shop and find out who owns the building she's renting. But her peaceful new life is shaken when a local Italian restaurateur begs for help. Someone's been tampering with his food and poisoning his customers, and he's convinced it's no accident. Secrets, Lies, and Fireflies by Angie Fox, 14th in the Southern Ghost Hunter Mysteries. Verity's family tree has deep roots and deadly secrets. Some families pass down antiques or china. Verity's family? They can't seem to pass up a good mystery, so when Verity's dearly departed grandmother drops by unexpectedly, Verity is overjoyed until she learns Grandma Dee Dee is back with a chilling request tied to a cherished family heirloom. A Midsummer's Night's Ghost by Erin McCarthy. 8th in the Murder by Design series. The only constant in life is change, and Bailey Burke is embracing the spirit of it. A previously reluctant spiritual medium, she has decided that it's time to accept that ghosts are part of her new reality and to start working with law enforcement to solve murders. Along with moving into a new house with her detective boyfriend and a best friend whose ghost likes to pop in and out at will, Bailey is charged with taking her grandmother to play practice at the local senior center. The only thing she should be saying is break a leg, right? And when one of the actors is, let's see, the director is dead, and then another actor, and murder. Lynn Messina has a new one. Green on the cover if you're looking for a green cover. This is 13th in the Beatrice Hyde Clare Mysteries, called A Pernicious Fabrication. Beatrice, Duchess of Kesgrave, will not do the bidding of Hell and Fury Hawes. It does not matter how difficult it is to find new murder mysteries to investigate, especially ones where the victim was stabbed with a chisel. She absolutely refuses to lift a finger to help him figure out who killed one of his associates. Nothing will persuade her, not even discovering the identity of the victim, etc. End of that row. We're getting there. We're going to have to just... Murder at Dream Gorham Point by Diana Zarissa. It's not a week without a Diana Zarissa. 4th in the Margaret and Mona Ghostly Mysteries. That is also a very pretty cover. Madame Pompette Sets Up Shop. Madame Pompette's Tea Shop. Book number 1, I think, by Libby Castle. Life in a small town isn't always tea and scones. Sometimes it's murder. The Chocolate Teapot, Paranormal Cozy Mystery, Cat Cafe, Magical Mystery Book number 5 by Rosie Reed. A Coco Golem. All right. All right, all right, all right. Berry Betrayal by Tammy Beck. Oh, Tammy Beck has a new one in her Mysteries a la Mode, book number 7. Labor Day weekend in Harmony Bay means one thing, the annual berry fair. And I bet there is murder. Leonard Goldberg has a new one. That's a name. A Scandalous Affair, a Daughter of Sherlock Holmes mystery. Now this one, there's a lot of books in this series. It doesn't say which one. This is set in 1918. Joanna Holmes must confront a shocking case of blackmail that threatens the highest level of His Majesty's government. I've not read that series, but I know there's quite a few of them. A Berry Festival Fiasco, a Kylie Berry Cozy Mystery, book number 13 by A.R. Winters. Welcome to Berry Home, where the food is to die for. It's a pie eating contest, it looks like. That's a pretty cover-ish. An Explosive Ending by Dion Lister, 7th in the Haunting Avery Winters Paranormal Cozy Mystery Series. When a fellow journalist, a good friend of Avery's boss, and his wife are blown to smithereens, it's up to Avery to solve the crime. Why is it up to Avery to solve the crime? Well, that is all we have time for today. At least we got through all the cozies. Woohoo! Kim, I don't really care for those cartoony covers. I agree, at least the cartoony style people. Yep. That's a new trend right now. Used to be faceless, now it's cartoony. Mary, I agree, Kim can't stand the cartoonist covers. It just looks like young adult or children's books. Mary PK has put the afterburners to zoom through the rest of the cozies. Absolutely. I want you guys to have a chance to see them. Next week, we'll be looking at a whole new batch of published books. Let me, I do make this list, my Amazon list here of the Cozy Mysteries public. So if you do want to check them out further, there's the link. You have until Sunday morning. That's when I start taking them down and putting up new ones. If you want to check them out further, since we did have to speed through those, there were just so many. I'm sorry, all this week, there's just been so many, which is good. It's a good problem to have. All righty. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I do have them tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern. Kim says, have a great day. Back at ya. And Mary, thanks so much. Good to see everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you do too. You haven't mentioned, do you have any shows or anything coming up? All right. I thank you guys very much. Please be well, read good books, and as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day. God bless.